used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They should take it to 10.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Mike, 45. Get long day for you.
On first and 10, Prescott. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate. What an effort. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Now Prescott. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazee. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 11 yards there, first down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, 66 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Elliott, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Check, 59, 59. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike's 50.
Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Accuracy's trash. Let's go. Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. That one complete to Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On second down, Prescott again. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Prescott now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 13 yards out, and the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And it's second down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can. And Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out.
And got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Falcons.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go 46.
Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work.
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go! At their own 23-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. That's going to be caught. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. A big play there just before halftime. 66 yards. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Tavecchio puts this one through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards there to begin the third quarter. They also lead by 3 points.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down,
and is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right.
And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down.
Kill.
10th carry now for Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made by the 2nd-round pick, Isaiah Oliver. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
At the 16-yard line.
From the 16, Prescott, and that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Go, get out there. Check 59, Mike.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Marr able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Atlanta. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
22! Right there. 54, Mike.
Ryan now off the bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. And probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They toss to Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. To throw is Ryan. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On second and 15 now. Prescott, he's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. 52 yards. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, Freeman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And a cutback right sideline. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 71 yards, and the Falcons will extend their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Watch the pass. Who go 47? 59.
Prescott to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. 20! And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on second and 13. Prescott. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I put so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black. Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want
Any friends go, I wonder when it's my